Number one is still ChatGPT. We have Gemini, but where are we starting to see, just if we're thinking about the consumer and consumer-focused apps, Claude coming in, and how are we seeing people using different chatbots?
Yeah, absolutely. There were a lot of, this was actually the most fun and exciting report to do out of the 6 we've done, because there were a lot of changes. First, as you mentioned, we did add for the first time companies that are not AI native, but are significantly AI enhanced. So Notion, as an example, they reported that 50% of their ARR is now coming from AI features. Canva's another one, FreePick, Grammarly. Then beyond that, I think the other really interesting trend in this edition of the list is just the continued battle between ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini for the mainstream consumer. Right. And we've seen some pretty significant changes there over the last couple months.
What sparks the change other than press and coverage of what's happening with the Pentagon? Is it that a model comes out and eclipses it? People are actually using these things, they're working out which one is better than the other?
Yeah, it's a great question. So for a while we saw consumers were using one generative AI product, if that even. And now they're multi-tenanting across products, but for different use cases. So Gemini, if you look at their user growth, it's basically perfectly correlated to the release of like Nano Banana, VO3, all of these new creative models. Where Claude is really starting to shine, I think, is in the prosumer and work tools. So Claude Code, of course, had a crazy ramp to $1 billion in ARR. Claude Cowork is now their product for consumers that's being picked up pretty quickly. They also put Claude in Excel, in Google Sheets. Probably the best way to understand this is both Claude and ChatGPT now have their own app stores. They each have more than 200 apps that they offer access to, but there's only 11% overlap between them. ChatGPT is leaning in on the mainstream consumer, like fashion, shopping, travel, transportation. Sam Altman has said he wants ChatGPT to be for everyone. Claude is leaning in on like deep premium data sets for scientific work, medical work, data analysis. And so I think we're seeing them go in slightly different directions in terms of the audience they're trying to win.